The story begins with a very serious scene from the movie. The year is 2007, and America has declared victory in the war against Iraq. Following this victory, the American president has ordered the resumption of stalled pipeline construction work in Iraq. However, despite the war being over, the situation there is still not normal. Some Iraqi rebels and terrorists were still targeting American soldiers and the laborers working there. Terrorists had put many workers and security personnel working at a pipeline site to death. Therefore, before sending new laborers there, the government sent 2 American snipers, Sergeant Matthews and his partner Isaac, to assess the situation and eliminate any remaining enemies. Matthews and Isaac reach the location and hide behind desert bushes and rocks. They keep an eye on that desolate site with their binoculars and rifle scopes. Watching like this, about 20 hours pass, but they don't see any human movement there. The silence was so deep that Matthews loses his patience. He tells Isaac that he doesn't think any Iraqi soldier or enemy is left at this site now. Seeing the bodies lying there, he becomes convinced that the attackers have finished their job and left. Isaac is a bit cautious. He says that although there is no sign of any Iraqi faction for miles, one strange thing is that all our laborers and security personnel were killed with direct shots to the head, i.e., headshots. This could be the work of Iraq's famous and dangerous sniper Juba. But Matthews thinks this is impossible because no sniper, no matter how skilled, can kill so many people alone within 30 seconds. Matthews gets completely tired of waiting. He tells Isaac, "Cover me, I'm going down to investigate up close." Isaac tries to stop him and explains that the view isn't clear through his scope, so if any trouble arises, he won't be able to cover him properly. Matthews laughs off his concern and taunts him to change his gun. But for Isaac, that gun was very precious because it was a memento of his dead partner. Matthews reaches the middle of the site and sees that indeed everyone died from headshots. Now he starts believing Isaac that perhaps this is Juba's work. Matthews tries to figure out from where the attacker might have shot. Isaac repeatedly tells him to fall back and get into cover because he senses a very bad danger. He suspected that the enemy was still hiding somewhere nearby. Suddenly, tearing through the silence, a bullet comes and hits Matthews directly. He falls to the ground, badly wounded. Seeing his partner fall, Isaac runs to save him amidst a hail of bullets without caring for his own life. But that enemy sniper was very clever. He shot Isaac in the leg too. Groaning in pain, Isaac somehow crawls and hides behind a broken wall. This wall was now the distance between his life and death. After getting safe behind the wall, Isaac shouts to Matthews not to move from his spot at all, otherwise he will shoot him again. "You just keep pretending to be dead." Matthews, writhing in pain, asks Isaac to call for backup quickly. Meanwhile, Isaac's leg was bleeding profusely, so he ties a belt to stop it. After this, he picks up his radio to contact his army base. But as soon as he checks it, he is shocked. The sniper had shot with such precision that the radio antenna was broken, and contacting anyone was now impossible. During this, Matthews tells Isaac to find the sniper's location so he can aim at him. Isaac warns him that the sniper is very skilled and is watching our every move. "If you try to move even a little, he will finish you off." Isaac tries to make a small hole in the wall with his knife so he can see the enemy through his scope, but the wall was so weak that its stones crumble, and Isaac hurts his hand. On the other side, Matthews tries to reach his rifle, but due to excessive blood loss, he faints right there. Meanwhile, Isaac takes out a blade and tries to remove the bullet stuck in his leg. This was a very painful process. He somehow removes the bullet and bandages the wound, but due to this unbearable pain, he also faints. Sometime later when Isaac wakes up, he hears a strange voice in his earphone. Paying attention, he thinks this is the voice of an officer from his base. He immediately asks for help, but that officer starts asking Isaac strange questions, which makes Isaac suspicious. The officer says, "We can't find your location. You have to stand up and fire in the air so we can send a helicopter." Isaac understands that this is a trap because this was against their protocol, and doing so was like walking into the jaws of death. Isaac observes that voice and its accent and realizes that the person he is talking to does not have an American accent. He understands that this is not an officer, but the same sniper Juba who has hacked their radio frequency. Now Isaac doesn't fall for his trick. Juba now reveals his true self and starts a game of question and answer with Isaac. He says, "I want to know you well." Juba tries to break Isaac mentally. Isaac tries to fix his radio, but it was useless. Juba repeatedly asks Isaac irrelevant questions, to which Isaac refuses to talk. Then Juba threatens, "If you don't talk to me, I will shoot your injured partner lying there." To save his partner's life, Isaac agrees to talk. Meanwhile, Isaac tries to estimate Juba's location by drawing a map on the ground. Juba reveals that he is not a soldier, but a common man who wants to save his country. He asks about Isaac's family, but Isaac refuses to give personal information. Isaac taunts him, saying, "You are killing people who are bringing progress to your country by building schools and pipelines." Hearing this, Juba laughs and says, "We will send all your money and your people back to America in coffins." Time passes, and the desert heat increases. Juba asks Isaac, "Who is the real owner of the rifle scope you have, and how did he die?" Hearing this, Isaac is shocked because only he and his partner Matthews knew about that scope. Isaac realizes that Juba had been listening to their conversations long before they even arrived here. Isaac looks around through his scope and notices a radio lying near a dead body. He goes to the edge of the wall and tries to pull that radio with a stick, but fails. Thirst and heat are drying his throat. He tries to drink water from his bottle but sees that there is a bullet hole in the bottle too, and all the water has leaked out. Juba tells him, "I deliberately shot your water bottle and radio antenna so that you die in agony and can't call anyone." He also mentions, "I shot you in the leg so that your death would be slow and painful." Isaac looks closely at the bullet he removed from his leg and estimates which rifle the enemy has. By his calculation, he figures out that Juba is actually hiding in a large pile of trash in front of him. Isaac thinks that hiding in trash for so long in such scorching heat is not something a normal person can do. This must be a very professional shooter. But Juba repeatedly insists that he is just a common man. In the course of conversation, Isaac tells his story that when he was young, he became friends with a boy named Dean. Both joined the army together. The scope Isaac has belongs to Dean, which he has kept since Dean's death. Due to the heat and bleeding, Isaac's condition is worsening. Juba scares him, saying, "When you die, I will cut out your tongue and place it on your chest." Isaac faints, and when he regains consciousness, he plays a trick. He puts his helmet and jacket on his rifle and waves it above the wall so that Juba shoots at it and reveals his location. But Juba was very clever. He doesn't fall for the trap. Instead, Isaac's helmet falls to the other side of the wall, leaving his head unprotected. Isaac becomes disappointed. Gathering courage, Isaac crawls towards a nearby corpse while avoiding Juba's bullets and retrieves a bag and radio, then comes back behind the wall. Inside the bag, he finds a little water and some candy, which gives him some strength after eating. But the second radio also turns out to be broken. Meanwhile, Juba shoots at the wall, breaking Isaac's scope. Suddenly, Isaac hears Matthew's voice in his earphone. Matthews was still alive. Isaac tells him that the sniper is hiding in the trash pile. Matthews slowly moves forward to pick up his rifle. Meanwhile, Isaac talks to Juba to distract him. In the conversation, Juba reveals that he used to be a teacher. The wall behind which Isaac is hiding was actually Juba's school, which was destroyed in an American bombing, killing all his students. That is why he is taking revenge. Juba asks again, "Why have you kept that broken scope until now?" To save Matthews, Isaac finally tells the truth. He confesses that this scope belongs to his friend Dean, and he holds himself responsible for Dean's death. Actually, during a mission, Isaac had accidentally shot his own friend Dean and then lied that enemies had killed him. This guilt was eating him up from inside. Meanwhile, Matthews picks up his rifle and starts firing at the trash pile. Isaac also fires into the air to keep Juba distracted. But just as Matthews starts to reload his gun, Juba shoots him in the shoulder. Matthews crawls towards Isaac to save his life, but Juba ruthlessly shoots him in the head, and Matthews dies on the spot. Isaac is completely broken by Matthews' death. He begs Juba, "I just want to go home." Juba says, "If you really want to go, I won't kill you." But Isaac didn't trust him. Suddenly, the noise of contact being established with the base is heard on Isaac's radio. He thinks maybe help is coming, but then he hears Juba's voice. Juba was using Isaac's name and identity to ask the base for backup. Isaac understands the whole game. Juba killed the first team, then used their radio to call Isaac and Matthew's team. Now he is killing them to call a new rescue team, so he can kill them too. It was a never-ending terrifying trap. Isaac faints again. When he opens his eyes, a crow is pecking at his wound. He screams in pain. Isaac was now in a do-or-die situation. He pulls Matthew's rifle towards himself using a stick and rope. He hears the sound of helicopters coming from afar. He knew that if the helicopters landed, Juba would shoot them down. To save his comrades, Isaac uses all his strength to push down the wall. The wall falling creates a massive cloud of dust, hiding him from Juba's sight. Isaac stands amidst the debris and, estimating the location, starts firing blindly at the trash pile. He sees no return fire coming from the front, making him think he has killed Juba. Rescue helicopters reach there, and soldiers quickly put Isaac on a stretcher to take him away. Isaac tries to tell them in gestures and a broken voice, "The trash pile! Juba is there! Check it!" But in the noise of the helicopter, no one hears anything. As soon as the helicopter takes off, suddenly bullets start firing from the trash pile. Juba was alive. He kills the soldiers sitting in the helicopter one by one. The helicopter loses balance and crashes fast onto the ground. And with this terrifying outcome, the movie ends here. So friends, if you like this video and story, please do like it and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such excellent movie explanations.